Yay! I'm alive! I'm
And
alive!
we are live.
So I guess I need to see how Qt works on 46. Sudo apt install.
But we might not be
Cat.
live for very long.
Why is that?
Well, if nobody joins, and we already know what the topic's going to be for the next show, and the next show is 4 weeks away, 3 weeks away, whatever.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
Let me run over here. Heard somebody. Okay. Oh, that was just you setting up the stream.
Was it?
What do I want to watch the stream for? Just looks like us.
Right. And my 3D printer.
Oh, and your 3D printer. That looks like such a money
No, not really.
pit. Yes, you're doing great things with it, but if you got one that didn't work, have fun.
Oh yeah, it can be. I still have my Monoprice Maker Select V2 over there. That started being a money pit, and about the time that it did, I upgraded to a newer model because, yeah, harder to get parts for that one. Not that I didn't have lots of fun and lots of learning putting that thing back together 100 times.
I would be going crazy. I am already going crazy. I don't
But
need something else to go crazy over.
yeah,
But yes, you do great things.
I'm currently printing out a second one of these. This is a frog case that I have all my cables in for my bag for work. It made things a
Oh,
lot
okay.
neater.
You
So
keep frogs in it. I see.
yeah, it's called a frog case because of how the legs, or not the legs, but the hinges and the latches look.
I thought it was because of the rivets.
Ha 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 ha. There aren't any rivets. It's all bolts.
Ah,
Ha ha ha.
well,
Rivets.
maybe it's just a tadpole case then.
Um,
Tadpoles do a lot of bolting.
yep. A bunch of 3M bolts and nuts and 3D printed parts.
You know how you can tell a blacksmith's cat?
Its tail's flat.
He's constantly making a bolt for the door.
Ah,
Dad joke.
I got it. I just didn't think it was funny.
Yeah.
But that's the point of dad jokes, right?
Exactly. You should see. Here's some of the gobblers that are coming out of Alexa these days. They aren't even funny.
Oh, computer, tell me a dad joke.
Your father is so influential. His
There's
discarded
plenty of
shopping
jokes.
lists are considered a key economic indicator.
Yes, we now have our Alexa uh, sounding like a South Asian woman.
Does it make you happy?
Well, I was looking for a British sounding voice, but their British was done by an American that didn't know what a British accent was.
Hmm.
But yeah, the South Indian lady sounds rather nice. Of course, if we really want the weather, we ask Samuel to give us the weather.
Yeah, I've got that set up too.
Well, we've got the old one where you have to say, Alexa, ask Samuel.
Hmm. Computer, ask Samuel about the weather.
Look at that hot fucking balls of gas and fuck. No,
current weather is 50 degrees Fahrenheit
barely
with
hear
clear
that.
skies and sun. Throughout the day, you can expect more of the same, with a high of 51 degrees and a low of 30 degrees.
Oh, I saw this.
Computer, feed me up.
This
Okay.
is a
Transporting you to the
1950s car
Starfleet
seat.
Academy in 3, 2, 1.
I'm sorry, what?
1950s car seat for babies.
I can't see it.
Inside of the car.
It's a 1950s car seat for babies. Oh, where they got the little steering wheel and... Yeah, okay.
All that nice metal.
Yeah, definitely for their protection. No, it's just to keep them sitting up.
They want to be like Daddy.
Right. That way when you hit something, they can fly.
Just like Daddy. Because he didn't have a seatbelt either.
Yeah. Seatbelts were for race cars. Hey, Samuel. Nope, that didn't work.
Well, I posted a photo for Saturday.
Mm-hmm. It's not in focus, and it's not going to be.
No. Well, I'll just cheat then.
And send it over Discord?
First I have to get out. Okay, Discord. It's on my phone, so. Let's see. Here we go. Put it there into critters. Let's get it. Here we are.
I'm going to need to step away here in a minute. I need food.
Okay. Put it in public. Happy Saturday.
Yeah. I should let Jackie loose and let her post a whole bunch of pictures, but I don't think she's, joined that particular Discord room. She's not much of a Linux nerd.
Well, I'm in Tech and Coffee, which is much more techies having a good time with each other than actually talking tech.
Mm.
And you might recommend that room to her. It's a very open, friendly place.
I like the Coders World. It's another Discord that I'm in. It's a bunch of British guys, and they just sit around, usually in their voice chat, and somebody will be doing a repair, and everybody else will be just talking random crap to each other. All right, you keep everybody that's watching entertained. I'm gonna go get some oatmeal. All 0 concurrent viewers that are watching, you keep them entertained.
Joe,
I can talk to them about
I saw one today
politics.
where a surgeon was starting to panic. He was doing an appendectomy on a clown, and after the 75th appendix, he knew it was never going to end.
All right, Jackie wants to talk to you.
Hello?
Hello.
I was just telling Joe I could talk to you about
climb into the view. I have to talk to a disembodied voice.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can't see you.
I'm not even dressed, man. I'm still in my PJs. Okay. I was just teasing with Joe. I could talk to you about Texas politics.
Oh, that's a joke all around. Sadly, it's not a very funny one.
No, it's sad. Sadly going everywhere but where it should.
I'm in Tennessee. We're very much the same, but we're less strident about it.
Well, I was telling the group last night about how our Attorney General is now asking for lists from the Department of Public Services where you get your driver's license. How many people, he wants names and stuff of how many people who have changed their gender.
Yeah. Well, you do understand that your attorney general has been under federal felony indictment for about 4 years now.
Oh, we know this one. We keep wondering how he doesn't do it. He's from our county.
Yeah. The attorney general is under federal felony indictment.
Oh, and his case has been put off for like the last 7 years.
Yeah. Oh, my.
Yeah, I've met him and his wife. His wife's one of our senators.
My condolences. My husband-in-law, which is to say my third wife's third husband, with me being her first husband, has just gotten reelected to the town council in his town in Broadwater, Nebraska, and he is one of only two socialists in Nebraska serving as an elected official. They've just made him vice chair, and I go, boy, you shouldn't make a socialist chair of vice. Everyone will want in on it.
Well, our local is we have what's called We the People. They had several names, and they used to be called Tea Party, QAnon, 3%ers.
White Racists United.
Basically, but they're now called We the People. And there's like subgroups of them in our local, and we got 3 of them on the city council and 2 of them on the school board.
And they couldn't find any more words with K in them, so they had to give up their old abbreviation.
The local commissioner's court is having an issue because the commissioner's court wants to redo an office on a rental property for our representative, and they want to spend $166,000 to do it.
Holy.
Yeah, for a commissioner court, and it's like, why didn't we, why are we doing this on a 2-year rental? A business rental.
Yeah, I know. I've been looking for a house and can't find something I can afford. And when I do find something I can afford, I don't follow up on it because I'm too scared that they'll find some reason I couldn't get it.
Well, no, this is a business rental. They want to put our Congress representative in. So instead of replacing,
they want to spend $100 and something thousand renovating something that's only a 2-year rental, and here I can't even get a house.
Or our juvenile detention center has water issues, and they're having to give water bottles out to the detainees.
Oh, but that doesn't matter. Those people are poor.
Well, if you get a chance, they have this thing called Dallas Magazine in Texas, and they did a story that Collin County is the most corrupt county in the state of Texas. So it kind of explains where we get our attorney general from, right?
Yeah, well, I don't see why the general populace is not understanding that corruption equals Republican. Democrats have been known for corruption in the past, but the problem with Democrats is there's about 3 major factions. So the problem with Republicans is there's only one.
Well, out here, if you have that little D or even associated with that V on behind your name, then you can't get elected because they've gerrymandered the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, we did get our first Democrat because they thought that she'd be easy to knock out. And she's serving on the state legislative, and it's the first time we've had a woman and a Democrat Democrat in 30 years in that position, and the first time it's been a woman.
Well, we have had a Democratic governor and even a senator in recent history. But, locally, basically university towns tend to be where all the D's are. Knoxville is a Democratic town, but Knox County is heavily Republican. What's really fun is the county mayor. They have county mayors here. I don't know if you have those in Texas. I've never heard of them anywhere else. Apparently they had mayoral councils and the cities were running the state, so the counties decided they wanted their own mayors so they could get in on those meetings. Our county mayor is Glenn Jacobs. Glenn Jacobs you may have seen many times on WWE as Kane. He is also the top agent for State Farm Insurance in this area. And let me tell you, you don't want to go into a insurance conflict with him. Even if he shows up in a business suit, you're just waiting for him to rip it off and go postal on you.
I don't know, man. I'm just kind of like watching all this stuff that Texas keeps doing and going, God, why are we here still? And I'm a native Texan, and I can't stand it.
Yeah. Apparently, people. Well, the main problem is cultural. That we seem to believe that everyone who isn't already a millionaire is someday going to be a millionaire, and we still have that possibility. And we haven't woke up to the fact that if there ever was that possibility, it was closed off somewhere around 1965.
I agree.
My parents could go to college for free. State colleges were tuition free, or even when they got to be charging for tuition, they were really, really cheap. And they did not seem to think that it was important for them to keep that for their ungrateful children and grandchildren. Well, why do you think they're ungrateful?
Well, my family is, have you ever heard of the Daughters of the Republic?
It's probably something like Daughters of the American Revolution. My mom was in Daughters of the Golden West. They were native Californians.
Well, they're part of that you can trace your family lineage to the founding of the state of Texas.
Right.
So, that tells you how long my mom's family has been here.
Yeah, I've got that lineage in California, but that's a little bit shorter than Texas.
I don't know. I just keep looking at it, and it's like, I watch the special education, I watch the LGBT+, and it just, every time you turn around, it's like, oh, they can't get any worse, but damn, they're racing to the bottom of the barrel.
They're digging to find a deeper barrel.
Well, I'll have to have Joe post it, but they have a church out here, a mega church, it's on the Allen-Plano border, that does a Christmas show that charges tickets between $50 and $100 a ticket, and they have over 1,000 members in their cast.
I bet those cast members don't get any of it either.
Nope, they're glorifying Jesus because it's his celebration.
I have never understood how you glorify Jesus by building a big building and making your minister rich. But then I got over being interested in Jesus some time back too. Is he trying to steal the headphones back?
That's true.
Well, I'll have Joe post it. So here he's back, and I'll send it to him real quick, and you can just go, oh my God, they have guys on high wires playing drums, sliding across the ceiling.
Absolutely.
You there?
I seem to be.
Okay.
I may not be all here, but that's a given.
Never really made that assumption.
You know how we liberals are.
Mm.
We actually think the government should be working for the people.
Crazy. The government's just supposed to be making the rich richer.
Absolutely. That's what the rich pay them for.
Right? Or else, why would they pay them?
Was I telling you or your wife that my husband-in-law got re-elected to Broadwater City Board, City Council?
Must have been Jackie.
Must have been. They made him vice mayor because he was the only one there that had done the job before.
Oh, an election. Vice mayor.
I said, you put a socialist in charge of vice and everyone will want some.
Right, I'll send this to you. I'm trying to send it, give you the one that's the free, it has a free, you don't have to have.
You rolled your eyes a little, I saw that. But yeah, he is one of only 2 socialists in an elected position in the state of Nebraska.
All right, let me send you this link, Moss.
Sending me a link so I can watch all the Christians racing across the ceiling on wires.
Yep.
Woohoo.
Tax free.
Absolutely.
Mega church.
You know you put that in public.
I know. I'm not worried about it.
Oh, I can't go to Facebook anyhow.
You can't go to Facebook anyhow. Let me see if I can get the external.
Opening, leaving. You're going to a link outside Facebook. Follow the link.
Copy the link.
Here we got it.
Okay, you're already there?
Cron.com.
Yeah. I'll post that anyway, the cron.com one.
Footage of performers suspended on wires elicited comments on the congregation's tax exempt status.
I don't think churches should be tax exempt.
Well, I'm in the middle on that one. I think churches should remain outside of politics, and if they get inside of politics, they should lose their tax exemption.
Well, no. Even an apolitical person is required to pay taxes. A church benefits from being in a specific location, which is, in the U.S. So why shouldn't it pay taxes?
Well, remember when this country was founded, the churches were basically little hovels that some guy was traveling from one to the other.
Okay, you make churches that don't make money tax exempt.
Okay. With the continuing caveat that they cannot become involved in politics.
Well, churches shouldn't be involved in politics anyway. Neither should big business. Big business should not be involved in politics. Granted, that's where all the money is.
The IRS has the power to enforce the tax provisions of being a religion, and they just haven't done it.
They haven't done it with Christianity.
At Prestonwood, we believe Jesus deserves our absolute best, especially at Christmas. It's unfortunate that the perennial American tradition of the church Christmas program now draws hateful ire from some. We pray that they too may come to know the joy of Christmas and the love of our Savior. Did I do the accent all right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty good. So if we disagree with you, we obviously hate you and we're going to hell.
Absolutely. There's a war on Christmas. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
You know there used to be a war on Christmas? Christmas was illegal in the original...
According to the Christians.
Bible. According to the Christians. They made it illegal. Anyhow, we are not going to get into many arguments on this point.
You and I would agree on crap like that, so...
I happen to be a regular contributor to FFRF and Americans United. I do not make many donations. I think my wife allows me $50 a month, so I've got like 9 organizations. It would have been 10, but one of them required a $10 minimum. And that one was really important to me, so I said, oh well.
Yep. I donate when I can, which right now isn't a whole lot.
Yeah, well, as long as we are getting the money from my mom's estate, we are doing what we can for where we can, but we're not giving away a ton of it. We're just giving away something. Like I'm doing $5 a month to Bodie. I've told Robert Wiley that money goes away when my money goes away. As long
Yeah.
as I'm getting this money from my mom's estate, I'm going to give him $5 a month. We have no idea what we're going to do. We keep finding houses that we'd like to get, and there's always something in the way, like they require cash, or the local lenders will not lend less than $120,000 when you only need 60.
Scam and scam. Both of them. Both of those are scams.
Well, that leaves all that cheap housing available for investors to come in and buy it and rent it out for double what it's worth, or quadruple what it's worth.
Well, if they need cash, that means that they're probably not the... And it's far away. That probably means they're not the people that actually own the place. And they're going to have a contract for you, but it's not legally binding because it's not theirs.
Well, that is a possibility, but this is listed through a realtor. So.
Oh, if it's through a realtor, then that's a different story. But still, that's cash as opposed to like check or charge, or they just want it all up front?
Cash as opposed to financing.
To buy a place?
Yes. So
Well, that's when you go to the
investors.
bank, and you get the bank to do the
It's
financing.
amazing how most lenders will not lend money to. For one thing, my income on paper is only my Social Security plus my what I'm getting as a substitute teacher.
Mm-hmm.
My wife gets nothing.
Right.
So we look like we're more than dirt poor. We have income because of my mother's estate. The taxes on that are being paid by the estate in California, so we aren't even requested to report it.
You can report it as other income, though.
Well, then it gets taxed. And it's already been taxed.
It wouldn't be taxed on the from the forms that you're filling out for the loan.
I'm having a fight with Medicaid right now, or TennCare they call it here, because they see that I have all this money and therefore I shouldn't be eligible. But they send me letters to open, and I go to the place and it doesn't open. And I try and call them, and well, we closed that office. The Republican government, you know how that goes. They don't want people to contact them.
But it's your fault when you don't contact them, because they told you to contact them at a closed office.
Yep. So I may lose my TennCare, which will mean my health care will start costing more than I can probably afford.
So you run out of money again.
Yeah. I have a headache now.
Understandable.
Of course, I have a big enough head it should be able to contain it. Has anyone joined the stream?
Oh no. Doesn't look like anybody's watching. Nobody likes us, Moss.
Respawn will show up next week and say, where's the live stream?
Well, next Saturday we could do another live stream.
Oh my.
Or at least another meeting.
Well, we could do another day. That's the 24th. And then the 31st, we're all going to be on HPR. I still haven't downloaded Mumble.
It's simple enough to do.
Well, in that case, I am going to go talk to Stefan. I'm going to go get on my computer that I got BL7 on and do some troubleshooting on it.
Then I'll either lift something else or take a nap. I haven't figured that out yet.
Beat you to it. Bed's mine.
You can share the bed.
Nope.
Yeah?
Nope.
I will lay on top of you. I have no problem with that.
I was already covered in cats. We were good.
I'll lay on top of the cats too.
She could lay on top of you. That could be fun too.
It can be, yeah. I'm not telling you what he
Alright.
said. It was perverted.
I literally
That's
woke up with a
not-
cat here and a cat here and
I've never heard moss be that crass before.
you're wearing off on it.
Hey, it's upper
Yeah.
crass.
Ha.
Bye.
Ha.
He said bye.
Hi.
She said bye bye.